The big question for you all is, why in the heck would you want to do this? Now, because it was a lot of work. It took a lot of time and a lot of effort, but in my opinion, it was well worth the effort. It was well worth the effort for a couple of different reasons, not the least of which, actually the first thing, is that it serves the community that you are trying to serve. Because if you want to be in your business for a long time, you want to have longevity in your business and have a profitable business going out for years, decades into the future, you have always got to be mindful, am I serving my community? And summits, again, if done right, can serve your community. So that's a good reason why. The other thing from your standpoint, in addition to serving your community, is it can build a very, very nice list, email list, very, very quickly. And by the way, these summits can be formed around any type of topic, okay? Any kind of question. Now, obviously, I think that it's really important that you focus on a question that a large group of people want the answer to, or a theme that a large group of people in your niche are interested in, obviously, at least I hope that's obvious, but it could be just about any topic. That's another cool thing about why you'd want to do this. Now, here's the big thing as well. I said that you could use these summits to build a list, and that's also very true. But the way that you build that list is by cooperative efforts with faculty members. So in the First 500 Summit, to kind of give you the structure, the model that I used, and how this worked in a cooperative way, we put together this summit and made it 100% completely free and no pitch. That meant that no one could get in and just keep pounding you on some sort of an offer. Now, we did have two offers slip in that I really didn't want there, but it was done in such a way that we weren't just like, we just mentioned it and kept moving. Essentially, it wasn't a big pitch fest, which I did not want it to devolve into. But here's the reason why: faculty members, and I'm talking about some really, really astute, smart, sophisticated, accomplished faculty members, in the case of the First 500 Summit, why they would do this: number one, give you the content, and number two, promote it, is because it was good for them. It was good for them. The content, let's talk about why they would produce the content. The content agreement with each one of the faculty generally goes something like this: hey, we've got mutually non-exclusive rights to this content. In other words, I could use it for whatever I want without paying you, and vice versa. Right? So we could use the content together for this one purpose, or they could use it to make up their own product or develop a book around it. All of that without me, without me having any hooks in it, and I could do the same. So that's one reason why they would want to do this, and it gives folks a deadline to create content that they may want to create anyway. So, but now it gives them an additional reason to create that content. The other reason why we did this the way we did is because I required every faculty member to also promote the summit. So this is good for me, obviously, because I'm collecting leads from all these people as they come in, but it's also very good for them, because although it was not strictly a no-pitch webinar, I did allow people to have a freebie of some kind. So they could use this as a list building opportunity as well. And when you make you require all faculty members to promote, that just means that you're going to have a nice big list of people so that everyone benefits from everyone else's promotion, or at least potentially they can. Okay? So in other words, it's cooperative. It's good for everyone involved. First and foremost, it's good for the community that you're serving. It's obviously good for the promoter, you in this case, right? And it's good for all your faculty because they could also build their list as a part of this as well. Okay? Now, what I did with this case is I made the summit itself free, but sold access to the recordings. Okay? So, and I'm selling that in a variety of different ways. Well, actually, 2 ways presently. That is, you could buy the summit and buy it for a one-time use for well, now it's $97. Or you can get it as a member of the Real Fast VIP, right? You have access to all of these recordings completely for free. So I used it, so I had a sort of a bifurcated offer, and I'll show you this in a second, where if people were interested in being a part of the continuity program, a part of the club, a part of the Real Fast VIP membership, they could get access, 7-day trial, $30 a month, etc., etc. And that was one of the 2 offers. The other thing they could have done if they didn't want to be a part of that continuity program is they could just buy a one-off of it, and up through midnight of last night, that was $77. Again, that's going up to $97. So that's also a very, very cool thing that you can sell the recording. So not only are you list building, in other words, but you have the recordings that you could do basically anything you want with them, because you've made that agreement with each one of the faculty members. So we do lots of authorship and publishing stuff here, just to kind of give you an idea of what I could do with the content from this presentation, with this summit, is I could actually have them all transcribed, everything transcribed, and make a book out of it. And I could sell that book on Kindle, right? I could actually take the summit and I could put it up as a course on Udemy. See? Lots of things that could be done with this. I could just sell it freestanding, which we're doing. So there are a lot of different things you could do with the recordings. That's one of the reasons why our last presenter last night was John S. Rhodes, and he was talking about why you want to start with a recording, with a video recording, because everything else sort of falls down from that. You can then make an audio, so you could have an audio-based product. You could have the audio transcribed, and it could become a book, an ebook, and so forth. So the video is at the top of the apex of that sort of content creation. But again, could also be a book, which is also a great way to do it and use it. Now for me, and perhaps for you, if you want to ever run a continuity program, we created almost 10 hours of content. It was from the time I signed on to the time I signed off yesterday, it was 9 hours and 50 minutes, okay? So, and we had people stay with us all the way through, and I'll give you some stats here in just a second, but the thing is that's a lot of content. I mean, let's face it, that is a lot of content. So that, again, that could be used by you, going back to the why would you do this, and you could, sell it as part of your continuity program, all right? Just like I'm doing for you all in Real Fast VIP, all right? Now, we've got Roxanne here. Come over here, Roxanne. Say hello to everyone. Up. Look over here. Look over here. See? Say hi. Hi, everyone. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry about that. I just had to say hi to my puppy.